what I see is the love that they have for each other, but I also see the fact that this is a high school they went to, and they still go down. And here's a scenario: people gather around not a college, but a high school, and they put together scholarships and they do give back. So I would just, my dad's getting ready to turn 82. He still works. My mom's going to turn 80, and she looks fabulous. So it's just the way that they live their lives. So whenever I go places, I always feel that I'm their ambassador.
Okay.
Last year, I became president of Washington Automotive Press Association, and it's an organization of all the folks who cover the automobile industry, from Warren Brown from the Washington Post to folks that are over at Kiplinger's Magazine, to folks like Jim Healy over at USA Today, to folks over at the Washington Times. And it's also made up of lobbyists and also members of the automotive industry. So it's like 175 people.
Wow.
So when I became president, I wanted my parents to be there.
And
so it was kind of good.
There.
Yeah. And it was funny because my father gave me the work ethic.
Yes.
I started working at his gas station when I was like 9 to 11.
Wow.
So when I did my inaugural speech, I gave shout outs to my parents, thanked my mom. And my mom's name is Lois, so I go, Lois.
The Stewie aspect.
Right. And so I explained to my father, who gave me the work ethic. He's still working now at 82. And I said, here I am at 9 pumping gas. And that was back in the day of full service. So, the gas tank, you get into it behind the little, the license tag?
And you pull it back.
And so I'm pumping gas, and the exhaust fumes are coming in my face. And I said, as I became president, I said, so when I tell you gasoline is in my blood, it's literally there you go, in my blood.
There you go.
So I've got to give it to my parents, because they set up the right foundation for me.
So that's why you're on fire right now.
Yeah, I think so. But also I have to thank God for this.
Yeah, you do.
God gives me so many different messages and blessings, and that I realize that everything I do is because of Him and the people I come in contact with. Because
He definitely puts people in your life for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, all the blessings that you have been bestowed upon, like you bestowed upon kids as well. You do charity work.
Yeah, I just got finished doing with Girls on the Run. Okay. That's fun. It's girls. This is they're all over the country, but the one that I've been working with is Girls on the Run, Northern Virginia, and it's girls from the age of 8 to 13. It's a self-esteem program. They get together after school twice a week, and they do a 5K race. There's one we just did at George Mason. We had like 8,500 runners. So it's the girls from age to 13, and their parents or sisters or brothers run with them, and it's just amazing that the way they do that. Matter of fact, on Channel 7. Leon Harris just had Girls on the Run as one of Harris's heroes. It's kind of fun because I saw myself on there.
Hi, Mom.
But it's just that whole thing of giving back. I just spoke with an elementary school in Prince George's County for Career Day. And I remember there was a DJ, now that I think about it, when I was in high school. I think we had a drama class, and the teacher was Miss Blaze, and she brought in this guy who was a DJ, and he let us hear some of the air checks and stuff like that. And you may want to do something, but when you're around somebody who actually does it and it's live, and they talk to you and you talk back to them, you go, wow.
Yeah.
You go, they're regular people like me.
I mean, I think TV gives this whole facade of, celebrities and people behind the scenes being, self-righteous and, just arrogant. But when you meet really down-to-earth people, I think, and that have done a lot and have accomplished a lot, I think in alone, that's a blessing. Being humble is like probably the best quality.
Well, I've met folks like John Amos, who's just so cool. And he explained to me the whole scenario of why he left Good Times. I had a chance to go to Cannes, and I see Rebecca Romaine from the X-Files, from X-Men. And so, and this is my story, and I'm sticking to it. I see Rebecca, and I go, bonjour. And she says bonjour to me. So far as I'm concerned, we Frenched each other. That's it.
You heard it here on Life.
Right, bonjour.
You French Rebecca Romaine.
Oui,
oui.
Yeah.
Bonbons. And all that good stuff.
C'est bon.
Yes.
Yeah. C'est bonbons.
A French lesson.
You want me to French you too?
I can't. This man is a clear clown. But it's good to have somebody here with personality who has accomplished a lot and actually can talk to kids, be a mentor, you know, be humble, and just constantly keep going. I mean, you're all but 30 years old.
No, actually, I'm actually 53 and I'm
Right,
proud
well,
of
I
it.
was going to say.
But no,
Look
you know,
30.
it's just like I'm here now because
Yes.
of Rexford.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
Rexford and North.
Rexford worked with me as an
Yes.
intern, and when I started, like I said,
Yes.
I was a freshman in college. I was a junior in college. I was in school. I got practical experience, which helped me in my career, and I had people who, while I was learning, to come and say, here's how you do this is how you do this is how you do that. So, for example, like Jim Watkins, who's the chief, well, he was chief engineer of WHUR when I came there. Then he went over and he and students built WHMM, which is now WHUT, Channel
Yes.
32. You imagine
Wow.
you are an engineer and you're using students to build a TV station. And now he's back, he's general manager at WHUR.
Wow.
And so here's a person who's from like 1971, 72, who's been a part of what's going on. So yeah, HUR just celebrated their 40th anniversary,
Wow.
and it was amazing to see all the people who came back for that. So, you know, like I got to do where's the camera? Shout outs to Rex. Hey Rex, thanks for having me here.
Rex is actually the producer of the show, in case you guys
Right.
didn't know.
Oh, and then we talk about TV shows, Planet Vehicles,
Yes.
the website. I get a chance
Yes.
to test drive cars.
Okay.
Just got back from Nashville, Tennessee with the new 2013 Altima. And as you were saying, you saw the piece where we did,
I did.
with the Bentley SUV
SUV.
concept. And then Scion has a new FRS, so we get a chance
That's a
to...
lucky job.
yeah.
I'm such a car girl.
And I got a chance to
Yes.
interview Patrick Dempsey,
Really?
Makers
Oh,
McDreamy.
Wow.
yes.
Because he
Love
drives
him.
cars too. So the website is planetvehicle.com. Twitter's Planet Vehicle, Facebook us, join us, the whole 9 yards. We do different events and stuff like that too. So.
That sounds
And the show
excellent.
comes on News Channel 8 Saturday.
News Channel 8 on Saturday.
What time?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. News Channel 8 Saturday. Watch this young man. Season.
Oh, one thing before I go, I got to give a shout out to Aggie. She's my fitness instructor.
Ah.
And I had a flat tire over here, so she let me borrow her car. So thanks, Aggie,
Aggie,
for
you're
making
doing
sure I
a
got
phenomenal
here.
job.
Yep.
He has guns. Yes. One more question before we go.
Uh-huh.
I always ask us this. What can you tell the viewers? Like, what advice can you give them if they want to be where you are, if they want to produce, if they want to host? Like, what advice do you give to them?
I would say get
Encouraging
with
words.
folks who are doing it. I would say read as much as you can. I would say be a sponge, be a pest. You know, I tell folks, you know, bug me.
Okay.
I'll be on the move. I'll be doing this. But if you're consistent, you know, Rex was that way.
Yes.
It's like, hey, Mr. Jones, I want to do this. I want to do this.
Yes,
I want to do that.
yes.
And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
all right, you can work with me. So,
Use the fly.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll
If you
definitely
want
go.
it, just be hungry.
Oh yeah, you absolutely.
Be hungry until you get some food.
Right. And eat it up
Yeah.
and absorb.
There you go.
And our co-host, our lovely co-host, has some questions for you.
Thank you so much. Just random questions. We always like to ask random questions at the end of the show.
Okay,
So
We get to know your
Here's-
personality. Here's where the fun comes in.
This I've been set up. Go
Okay,
ahead.
well, you know, we didn't talk too much about BET, but I think it's very important that the viewers know that you've produced many shows on BET, and one very, very famous show was Rap City, which
Yes.
came on BET for many years. So it'd be crazy if I didn't ask you, what's your favorite song?
You know what my favorite song actually is? I got a couple of them. When I do karaoke, I always do Easy. Easy like Sunday morning.
Oh.
We just did, it was an organization, Child Help. They just did an event. It was they called it Capital Care, C-A-R-E-E-O-K. And Jordan Sparks was there, you know, she's going
Yes,
to be in the
American
Sparks
Idol.
movie. So that. But one of my favorite songs is by Nat King Cole. It's Fly Me to the Moon.
Wow.
Okay.
Classic.
Fly me to the moon.
To the moon.
And let me sing among the stars. Beautiful
Love
song.
it.
That one.
And
Wonderful.
music.
Okay, well, the next time we go karaoke, I'll remember that.
Yeah.
So also sticking on the same lines with BET Rap City, if you could be in any music video, what video would you have chosen to be a part
Actually,
of?
I was in a music video.
Okay, well, excuse me, I did not. Tell us.
I was in the Shaniqua video with
Oh.
Orange Juice Jones. Nobody knew it was me.
Why is that? What were you wearing? Dare I ask?
Well, I was there seeing VJ, so if I was there, you didn't know.
Okay.
I also did the video with this group, Pure Soul. We Must Be in Love. That was a church scene where they were getting married, which was interesting because I had just broken up with someone that I'd been in a relationship with that I thought I was going to marry, and here I'm sitting in the church watching the wedding going, So those were the two videos that I've done.
That's wonderful. And last question, if you weren't in the entertainment industry, if you weren't a radio DJ, if you weren't a CEO of all these great shows on BET, if you weren't working with the Washington area, association in terms of vehicles, what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't in this field right now?
I would probably be working with books and stuff. I used to work with Book TV. I like different things, so I like to be able to reinvent myself. Because 10 years ago, I didn't think I'd be doing cars. 5 years ago, I didn't think I'd be working with books. It's just wherever the path that God takes me on, I just go.
That's great.
Don't question it. Just say, hey, okay, God.
Let go and let God.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We've enjoyed having you.
My pleasure.
And we look forward to seeing you again in the future.
And,
nice to have you here.
This is good. And thanks, Rex, for having me on. Anytime you want me to come back, I will be here. Don't forget PlanetVehicle.com.
All right, stay tuned. We have some comedy coming up for you.
And he's funny.
And he's really funny.
He's funny.
So stay tuned. And we're back with Life Points. And today's guest, also, we have Rollo Boykins. He is a comedian in D.C. area. Rollo, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
Good to have you here.
It's good to be here. It's
okay.
Good. Happy.
Do you do many interviews, or are you nervous?
No, I do. I'm never nervous. When you dark skinned like me, you just gotta be ready for anything. I got the cocoa butter on. I'm just ready to go.
Right,
I'm ready to roll, man.
Definitely got the
ready
cocoa
to
butter
roll.
on.
I surely
So,
do.
Rollo, when did you start doing comedy?
I started doing comedy seriously about 3 years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to say yeah.
And what inspired you to do comedy? Did you have people you looked up to when you were younger?
Not even comedy is new for me. While I was in college, one of my best friends was having a barbecue, 4th of July barbecue back in 2008, and he had asked me to perform just on a whim. I did it, and I had a good time. It was great, because I was still in school. I was a junior. I couldn't really pursue it the way I wanted to, but I graduated in 2011, and from there I began to take it seriously.
Okay. So you act and sing as well?
I am a trifecta. I'm just ready to take the world by storm. The world not even prepared for what I'm about to bring to the table. So, it's important that you guys follow me.
Well, we will follow you. Where can we follow you? Where can we get in contact with you?
Well, you can always contact me on Facebook, Rollo Boykins, Twitter, Rollo Boykins, YouTube, Rollo Boykins, and I'm also on Tumblr at rolloboykins.tumblr.com.
Okay. In other words, just remember Rollo Boykins.
You got
Get that in your head. Repetition.
That's the main thing.
Exactly. Well, Rollo, I see you're going to do a set for us. A comedy set.
I'm going to tell a couple of jokes.
And then you're going to sing at the end, right?
I may. I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay. We'll see what happens.
See if we can get a little bit out of you. But
we'll see what happens.
Here's Rollo, his comedy set, and everybody enjoy.
Man, it was hard growing up in my neighborhood because we live in a very poor neighborhood, and when you subject to that life, it's just hard finding happiness because we didn't have name brand anything. I understand people didn't have name brand clothes, but we didn't even have name brand juice in my house. I remember I asked my mom to bring home some Sunny Delight one time, and she brought home something called Bright Happiness. I said, what the hell is this? The juice was blue. I said, blue is not a morning color, Mom. I can't drink this. We couldn't even have name brand cereal. I asked my mom to bring home some Frosted Flakes with Tony the Tiger. I'm looking forward to seeing Tony the Tiger. The cereal gets home, it's a polar bear on the cereal, and he naked with a scarf on. My mom gonna tell me that's Pete the polar bear, him and Tony the Tiger cousins. I say, how is a polar bear and a tiger cousins? That's not even the same genus. I was at a party, I was at a function the other day, and I tried to talk to this sis. I said, you look beautiful this evening. I wanted to know if I could take you out sometime. She said, well, you cute and everything, but you midnight. I said, you 11:59. You out here judging me. How dare you? Are you serious? It's so hard, man. We got a black president, and that's cool. We got to reelect Obama for the good of the country. But honestly, there's other things we need to really pay attention to, especially in our community. I'm Rollo. Please friend me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and check out my Tumblr site. Once again, that's Rallo Boykins, RALLO BOYKINS. I love you guys. I do.